Welcome back. In the last video, I gave a short motivation why we want to couple SimulationX with Python. And in this video, I want to show you how you set the Python environment up so that you can easily use the already available features. So the optimization block, for example, that I showed in the last video is part of our library, but it will only work if you set up a Python environment, and I'll explain how you do that. So in SimulationX, you go to the menu File, and there you navigate to Options, which will fire up this dialog. And there on the last page, Maintenance and Add-ins, there's this entry here for Python environment. And typically it then says, when you just installed SimulationX Python environment is not installed. So what you need to do is, of course, click on Install. You need Python 3.12 installed on your machine, and you are asked to navigate to the executable and pass it. And after that, the Python environment is automatically installed. What it does, it's creating a virtual environment because we do not want to mess up your default Python installation. So a typical way in Python is that you use virtual environments. And the benefit of it is that typically when you install Python packages, they do not come along alone. They bring with them some dependencies, so other packages that they depend on. And typically they also depend on a specific version, or at least a specific version range. And so it may happen that you get into a state where you want to do some tasks with a special Python package, and you want to install this Python package, but when you want to install it, you will harm other Python packages because they need other dependencies, other versions of some packages. And this is why you use typically these virtual environments in Python. And so here, first, a virtual environment is created under under the public documents. There is a SimulationX folder in your public documents for the machine. And therein, there's created this Python environment. In this Python environment, there's a special Python package installed, which we also deliver with SimulationX. We do not install it by default. It's currently called the SimulationX Tools package. There will be a renaming in the future, but that will have just minor requirements on the user's end. Okay, so the installation is done, and so you see there's also some log message. If anything happens that is not successful, you could use the log file and report it to the help. And then we could look into it, why it did not work. Maybe one more comment on this. So we have this Python package. You see it here. It's currently called SimulationX Tools. And it also, of course, depends on other packages. This is why we use this virtual environment. So like, of course, NumPy, SciPy. So I already showed it that we have this optimization block here, which calls methods from SciPy. And so these packages, we do not distribute them. So they are automatically installed using pip, and pip is downloading them. While we did this installation, it downloaded them from PyPy. So you need a connection to the web, and also your firewall should allow that it connects with PyPy. We know that some companies limit their access of to such distribution websites. Okay, so now it's successfully installed. And actually, you can test this quite easily. Here you have the button for creating a command line. And in this command line, the virtual environment is already activated. You see that here, that there's before the path, there's already this SimulationX 47, which is the name of our virtual environment. And now we could type Python in here. And here we could then say import SimulationX tools as X. And if everything worked correctly, this should properly work. And then we can make use of functions within the SimulationX tools. I do not want to use the console actually for this, because also in SimulationX, there's already integrated, so I can close this with OK. So for SimulationX models, you can also open a page for Jupyter Notebooks. And this will start in the background once you set up the Python environment, a Jupyter Notebook server. It by default connects to the matching kernel, which is also set up during the installation, or not during the installation you just see, not during the installation of SimulationX, but during the installation of the Python environment. And so we could simply evaluate the cell, and you see it connected to SimulationX and printed the name of the program. So this is just to double check that the installation went correctly. Okay, thanks for this video.